Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and coming up in today's bulletin, Founders Park building good to go, Great Tasman Trail hits the beach, wage disparity a local concern, volleyball program a success, parking at a cost. Strengthening work on the Energy Centre at Founders Heritage Park is now complete. We caught up with Councillor Gail Noonan outside the building to find out what needed doing and why, and what this means for the upcoming Arts Festival.
So the Nelson Arts Festival opens in just under 2 weeks on 16th of October. Next to me is Gail Noonan, a councillor. So Gail, work has been carried out on it. What needed doing?
The work that needed doing was structural, so there are roof and wall beams that needed doing. We've got a new fire alarm system in, and we've got a new fire exit. We've got new doors, so people arriving will notice some new glass doors there. Probably for the Arts Festival they'll be blacking it out, but they're great big fire exit doors, which is great.
What were the costs involved? Did founders have to pay through fundraising?
Okay, so the first part of the question is there was a budgeted amount given at council table for $90,000, but it's actually come in under that, which we're thrilled with. And no, the fundraising doesn't come out of Founders Book Fair, that goes to other things in the park.
This centre is very important to the Arts Festival. How many years has Founders been involved in this festival?
The festival's been here about 4 to 5 years, so it didn't start here, but it was used after the Theatre Royal was closed for some work there. So we've been going around doing work in different places. So yeah, the last 4 to 5 years we've had it here.
Who are the acts that people can come and see performing here?
So at this building we've got Open Souls, we have the Grinnell Family Band, we have Mike Knock, and with the New Zealand Trio. If anybody wants to see what else is on for the Arts Festival, we have some wonderful brochures that people can pick up from the council building and elsewhere in town. So I'm booked for 4, and a lot of them are booked out, so if people want to get to the festival they need to have a look.
It's official, the Great Taste Trail from Nelson has now reached to the golden sands of Kaiteriteri Beach. Over the past 4 years, a massive 10,000 tonnes of pavement material has been laid, and thousands of volunteer hours have gone into constructing the first stage. The trail has been built in such a way that the on-road parts have little car traffic, while the off-road trail surface is firm gravel or sealed. It is wide enough for at least 2 people to cycle side by side for most of the way. A grand opening is taking place this Saturday the 11th of October. To join in the fun, just be at Motueka at 9 a.m. to meet up with the Trust and their supporters for Family Fun at Decks Reserve, which is being run by Our Town Motueka. Then the 14-kilometre bike ride to Kaiteriteri leaves at 11 a.m. This follows the coast and includes the Raumanuka Reserve, a beautiful off-road stretch along the estuary with expansive views of Tasman Bay, including riding through fruit orchards and commercial hop growing around Rewalker. And finally, the Easy Rider track at Kaiteriteri Mountain Bike Park. Those who are really keen can ride on 59 kilometres of easy grade 1 or 2 track all the way from Nelson to Kaiteriteri. There is a free shuttle bus for people and bikes back to Motueka from 3 p.m. Although not yet complete, the trail is popular with both the local community and visitors. Electronic counters recorded over 30,000 passes at the Waimea Inlet during the first 7 months of the year, of which about 80% were cyclists. Miss Rat says one reason this trail is so popular is its suitability for beginning cyclists, families and cycle enthusiasts, as well as the gorgeous scenery. Tasman's Great Taste Trail is a loop track, and along with other local cycling options like Dunn Mountain and Kaiteriteri Mountain Bike Park, it is expected to make Nelson Tasman a premier cycle tourism destination. The pay gap between men and women is growing. The annual New Zealand Income Survey provides clear evidence that the gap in the average wage is widening between men and women in New Zealand, and that the gap is nearly 14% of the average wage. We went out to the street for some opinions, however it was a little difficult to get people on camera about this issue, and for whatever reason, no men would give their opinion on this touchy subject of inequality. We managed to get a few opinions from some Nelson women.
What do you think about the 14% wage disparity between female and male workers doing the same position?
I think it's wrong that we're all, in the eyes of the law, we're all equal. So we should have equal salaries. Many of us have got the same qualifications. We study, we go to university. We're doing same jobs in For example, hospitals, we should all be on equal salaries, but we do know that some of the males are getting higher, and it's not fair.
I think it's extremely wrong, and it definitely needs to be addressed, and hopefully something will be done about it in the future.
Women have the same rights as men, in certain respects, and that, every job should be paid the same as men and women. Yeah.
A local volleyball upskilling program is looking at becoming a repeat performance after these last 3 months saw 27 girls and 19 boys undergo an intensive winter training program designed to make them better and fitter in time for the summer competition season. This program involved numerous skill sessions as well as strength and conditioning workouts under the watchful eye of 3 coaches. It has proved so worthwhile that its promoters want to repeat and extend it. Jointly funded by Nelson Bay's Volleyball and Sport Tasman through a Kiwi Sport grant, the development and extension program has helped 46 under-17 school players take their game to a higher level. And now, to cap it all off, 20 of the players, comprising a girls and boys team, this week are representing Nelson at an age group championship tournament in Auckland. Pamela Brodie, who is the NBV operations manager, said that being a new initiative has its risks, but they are delighted with the engagement of the athletes and their caregivers. Feedback has been extremely positive, and we look forward to offering a similar program again next year, depending on funding, sponsorship and the availability of coaches, and was hopeful it could also add an under-15 program. Nelson was the only region currently holding 2 national trophies. Nelson Pines won the men's national club title and Waimea College girls the national secondary school champs. Playing numbers were above the national average, particularly at primary and intermediate level, but they did drop off at secondary school. The under-17 program has helped fill the gap while not conflicting with a very demanding national junior program which catered for the top young players. Uniquely Nelson, the business lobby group who has been vocal in the call for free parking on behalf of Nelson businesses, is one of the main recipients of revenue from the meter money funding, along with public transport, street cleaning, litter collection and general maintenance. If parking is to become free, will ratepayers then be asked to fund a group that represents some key business stakeholders through general rates? It seems unfortunate but logical that if paid parking goes, then so must some of the things that it funds, unless the ratepayer is required to foot the bill.
So free parking, has it been a good or a bad thing for Nelson?
I think it's been really great. It's bringing more customers in store. We have a lot of great feedback from the customers as well, and I live in Richmond, so I come in a lot more as well.
I think it's been a good thing. We've got more people coming into our business centre. Yeah, definitely good.
It's been a fantastic thing. I think it's drawn a lot of new people into the centre city, not being scared of getting the fines that everybody was scared of getting. But saying that, we've always had free parking here. But yeah, I think it's a good thing and it should be kept on.
I think it's been a very good thing for Nelson that they've had free parking over the winter. We certainly need to have something that attracts locals into town during that quiet period. So yes, I believe free parking has been a good experiment, and I'd like to see it again next year.
Tell us about the free parking petition.
The council have got a free parking condition here, and they want everyone to sign what they feel we should be doing. So you've got 3 categories. Option 1, return to pre-July status. Option 2, retain current free parking everywhere. Option 3, introduce a 1-hour free park through the CBD. And if anyone wants to sign it, go into your local shops, they've got them there.
We hope to have an interview with Nelson Council CEO Claire Hadley for you tomorrow. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.